Will I be certified to start working in the industry? No. No. Hello you guys, it's me, justakila, and today I have some really exciting videos on the roster. We're going to be getting into the Scalpa online microblading course review. It is long overdue. I had a lot of people asking me how was the course, was it enough to begin taking clients, how much was the cost, is it worth it, and we're gonna get all up into it. I got my little notebook of questions here to make sure I don't leave anything out. So let's just get right into it. The cost. So the microblading course is free. However, to receive the actual certification, you have to purchase the kit. You can either purchase a 1 pigment kit for $196 plus tax, or you can get all the pigments, which is 8 pigments, and that one is $472. It does sound a bit expensive, but Scalpa is always having sales. I mean, always having sales. So never ever pay full price. Never ever pay full price. Like literally, you can wait until they're having a sale and then pay. I got mine on Black Friday and ended up only paying $150 for the 6 pigment kit. The next question is, what do you receive in the kit? Now, my previous video has everything that you will receive in the kit. If you want to see the show and tell, you can go right ahead and go to that video and see what's inside the kit physically, but I'll just tell you what's in there. You get 6 disposable blades, 3 of them are U blades and 3 of them are slant blades. You get 10 stencils, 2 skins, so that's the practice skins, which have the practice training on there, which is like the, I don't know, trace, the tracing stencil, and then there's 2 skins in there that are blank brows for you to practice. You get 1 mapping pencil, it's brown. You get a tweezer and scissors kit, and you also get 10 ink rings. They're Line Shore product, which I didn't like. Mapping thread, and then you also get the pigments and the certification. Now let's get into the actual nitty gritty. Is the course full of knowledge? Yes, but it is the very beginning basics, the absolute basics of microblading. There is 6 modules. You could actually start this course and finish it in a day if you were that dedicated. However, I did mine over the course of about a week. So I wanted to make sure I was getting all the information down so that when I go to my apprenticeship, I have some knowledge to take without being completely blindsided by actually learning how to perform the service. So the 6 modules, I'm not going to give you all the information because it is a free course, so you could go right on ahead and just click and see what's on the course before you actually pay and buy the kit. It touches on color theory. It does not touch on color theory in relation to skin. It just doesn't. It does not touch on color theory in relation to skin. It's basic color theory. It gives you the definition of microblading, what the service is, and how it's performed. It gives you contraindications on whether or not to take the client. It tells you how to become certified in the slightest sense. It tells you how to become certified with their course. It does not give you any kind of state requirements or anything like that, just how to become certified using their materials. It gives you health and safety information, client intake, how to assess a client, the forms that you'll need to have them fill out, stuff like that. It gives you printable practice sheets, so you're gonna get like a really thick booklet. Well, why am I saying thick? You're gonna get a little booklet where you can do all your brow practice. It's gonna show you how to measure. As far as mapping, it gives you the booty butt basics. That's it. It does not give you any real information on how to map or what to look for in relation to each client. It's general mapping, and that's it. And there's also like some live videos. You know, I'm saying live because they were live courses that they just recorded. And so from the video, it's as if you're sitting with the class. They were a bit helpful. It's not too in-depth, if you ask me. And they also show you how to work on an actual client. The videos, they show you how to work on a client. So that's kind of the gist of the courses. My personal opinion, it was not, based upon what I know now, I just know that it was the general basics, and that's it. It doesn't tell you exactly how to cater to each client, which is something you'll, you know, pick up on your own, with how to deal with your clients and how to deal with the people in the industry and stuff like that. So let's get to the next one. What will you submit? So it is a course that you need to pass to become certified. I believe there were a few quizzes. You can retake the quizzes if you're not too happy with your grade. The quizzes are not hard, but they're also not something you could just take off the top of your head if you know nothing about the industry or the service. What you'll be submitting throughout is your practice skins, your trace and draw, and you're also going to be submitting some kind of mapping work. I purchased a mannequin head, and that mannequin head served as my practice mapping, and they accepted it. So it does take, I'd say 24 hours for them to actually accept your work. I submitted my work over the weekend, and they were still working during the weekend. So once you submit, you'll be able to go on to the rest of the course, and once they accept, that's what I mean. Once they accept, you'll be able to go on to the rest of the course. So your final submission is going to be either an actual client, yeah, a real person, or you could go ahead and use a mannequin head if you're unable to find a client. Now, my sister, she went ahead and let me do her brows, but it was just all kinds of issues for me to perform the service because my numbing wasn't that great. And since my numbing wasn't that great, it was just, she was sweating, I was sweating. You know, it was just really difficult for me to perform my procedure with somebody, you know, wiggling and squirming. However, they accepted it. It looked pretty good for a beginner. Cut me some slack, okay? I might show y'all some pictures if it's not too embarrassing when I go take a look. You could also use a mannequin head, in which there's like practice skins that you'll just put over the top. Or you could go ahead and work right on that mannequin skin if you're not afraid to purchase another one, because it is single use, apparently. So, number 5, will I be certified to start working in the industry? No. No. You will not have enough knowledge to start working on any clients under a business name. Straight up. It's It's not enough information. It's not enough hands-on experience. It's not enough for you to just start taking on clients. My sister is my family member. Of course, she'll let me do anything. She'll let me do her hair, her lashes, her nails. With no experience, she'll let me do it. But an actual client, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're not ready. 2-day, 3-day, 5-day certification is not enough to start a business, period. It's just not. You're going to be inexperienced. You're going to have a lot of unhappy clients, and it doesn't matter how good they tell you those practices are. They mean it's good enough to start. That's it. It's good enough to start. Now, I'm in Nevada, and in Nevada, to do body art, or that's what they're considering it, body art, but to do permanent makeup, you have to have a body art card. And the requirements for those body art cards are, I believe, 600 hours of apprenticeship under a licensed body artist. And to get to the apprenticeship, you have to be certified. Now, there are some people who would tell you, oh, you have to take my certification course to become an apprentice. They just want your coin. They don't want nothing but your money, period. Because the certification honestly does not matter. Once you become an apprentice, that's where you're going to get the bulk of your knowledge, your experience, and how to actually become a microblader. The certification course is just a feeler. It's just a feeler to see if you're really interested in being in this industry. I took a lot of time deciding whether or not I wanted to do it, and now I hit the ground running and I'm ready to go, baby. Okay, I've got like 3 more weeks left of my apprenticeship. I'm almost done, and my work, well, my practice skin work is looking A1 compared to when I first started. So if you think you're just gonna get a certification and hop your happy ass right on over to taking clients, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening, period. Now, did I learn much from the course? Yes, it was some good beginner knowledge. Even though it was online and not hands-on, I still received the same knowledge as those who did take an in-person course, because I've met a lot of beginner microbladers throughout my last 6 months, and none of them were happy with their in-person certification. You don't get the one-on-one, you don't get the hands-on, and you're not getting enough information. And since anyone who is since anyone who is licensed in Nevada, let me repeat that again, I'm talking about in Nevada, since anyone who has a license can teach, they're not regulating their course materials. They're just not. They're basically making it up. And that's why I'm glad I found the mentor that I did, because she wants to help me. I mean, actually wants to help me. She's even trying to help me find a client right now. Other professors, or whatever they're calling themselves, other professionals, they're not helping you try to find a client. They're not giving you a space to work. They're not giving you, all of this knowledge and how to build your business, because what they are thinking in the back of their head is that at some point you're going to be competition in the same area. The Las Vegas Valley area is a large area, but there's not a lot of differentiation between the tiers of microbladers. There's beginners who have nowhere to work, me, and then there's professionals who have businesses that offer places for you to work, but they're not helping you build that business. They're just giving you the space. So, in my opinion, online certification is okay. There were a couple women in the industry who told me that my online certification meant nothing and that I had to take their certification. let's get into the pricing of their certification. Their 2 days is $3,000. You're not going to learn anything in 2 days. You're just not going to. You are not going to learn how to perform a brow semi-permanent tattoo on another person's face in 2 days. You aren't going to do it. And who's going to be a model for somebody who's only had training for 1 day? Nobody. They're all horror stories. They're getting removals. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. I got lucky and let a family member let me do theirs. Okay, I had already bought the mannequin for my final, but she was like, yeah, do me. So it's by the grace of God that I had a client. So, and then after you take their certification, the apprenticeship is 6 months, and now they want $6,000. And all you're going to be doing is showing up a couple times a month, a couple times a week maybe, and looking at their packet. The girls who I am in my apprenticeship with have taken some of those courses for those $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7,000, and they don't know a damn thing. They don't know squat. They were sitting in their meeting rooms watching Zooms, watching videos on YouTube. You could do that at the house, okay? That's why I'm saying make sure you're paying attention to your state guidelines to become licensed to do permanent makeup. My final thoughts. So personally, for me, when you ask Akila, I would say the online certification is a better route for beginners who have absolutely no experience, who don't know exactly what they're getting themselves into besides a couple videos they've seen or somebody that they've met. This is not an industry where you could just jump in and start making thousands of dollars right off the rip, like how they're trying to promote their courses or promote their apprenticeship, their certifications, anything like that. You have to have actual knowledge. You have to have good customer service. And in my opinion, I would say get your online certification. See if you even like it. Even if you can't learn that way. When you become an apprentice, you're still going to be looking at videos. You're still going to be reading material. The only difference is that you're going to have somebody over your shoulder letting you know whether or not it's good. So, personally, the apprenticeship is where you should spend the bulk of your money because that's where you're going to get the bulk of your knowledge. That 2-day, 3-day certification, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It's just not. And even if it's in person, you could say, oh, I learned a lot, go home and forget all of it. I mean, it's 1 day. What can you learn in 1 day? How to bag groceries maybe, but not how to do a tattoo on somebody's face. So, in my opinion, I believe the course is absolutely worth it. It's absolutely worth it. It gives you real information. It gives you real knowledge. It gives you a feel for what you're going to be doing every single day. There's all kinds of resources that they offer. You're able to even speak with professors. I believe it's Wednesdays is when they have their universal Zoom meeting, so you can ask questions to them over Zoom. You can send emails, calls, texts, all that. I did not take advantage of those resources because the course was very easy for me to follow. It was easy for me to follow. It was easy for me to take. And if I did have a question, I just sent an email over and it was answered. So if you do have any questions about the Scalpa online course, you could leave them below. I'll also leave some information in the information box. the links to the kit, the links to the microblading course. They also have other courses as well as ombre powder brows, freckles, lips. You know, they've got even, I think, micro needling. They have all kinds of courses. A few of them are free, but to receive the actual certification at the end, you will need to purchase the kits. You will need to purchase the kits. So as far as powder brows, my apprenticeship is offering information on the powder brows as well. So I'm getting the powder brows, I'm getting the microblading, the manual shading. I mean, she's giving me so much information. So much information. I honestly feel like if today was the last day, I could go out, get clients, and those clients be happy with my work. The 2-day certification, they would have been sending me a pretty nasty text message asking what the hell is this? You get what I'm saying? So that's it for the Scalpa review. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.